folks. It's Monday, June 26, 2023. Coming up on the program today, a cornucopia of crippled Christian crooners. Plus, an ex-homosexual accidentally finds himself at a gay sex hotspot again. Paying a 5-judge panel to write a report on how pretty your penis is. And Mayday, Mayday, pussy drone down.
Mommy, I want to ask you something.
What is it, dear?
What I wonder is, how did the baby get started in this?
Let me tell you how it is. There's a special opening just in front of the place where you have your BM. It's very, very tiny in a little girl, but as you grow, it grows too, right along with the rest of you. Until when you're grown up, it gets to be just about this size. The special opening that little girls have has a name, the penis. Now, you know that little boys like our Johnny have a vagina. When a boy grows up and is ready to be a father, he is able to put his vagina into the penis, that special opening that mothers have. Do you understand?
Yes, I think so, but if I forget it, you can always tell me again.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
Tim Henson back here with you to kick off a new week of programs. Got a great one for you today. Although at the top of the show, I would like to address one thing that has been happening. Look, I know a lot of freaks who participate and have fun in the Discord are some of the most passionate DV listeners. I get it. You love the show and you love the people in the Discord and all the fun you're having. But this past weekend, I got a bunch of tweets and direct messages, emails, some of which were just simply inquiring what was going on, and others were more accusatory and upset and mad with me for some fucking reason. I didn't even know what the hell was going on. I'm like, what new drama are the idiots in the Discord stirring up now? This time, though, you guys are off the hook. You did absolutely nothing wrong. Nor did I. And that's really what this is about. This is me defending myself here. If you use the Discord app on Apple devices, you may have seen a pop-up appear that sort of blocks you from accessing the DV Discord. It says something like, this Discord is age-restricted on iOS devices. This is a fucking Apple thing. It's one of the few reasons why I dislike the Apple OS environments. They really do treat all of their fucking users like babies. They don't want you seeing any swear words. It's like, people who use iPhones are adults who are willing and able to drop $700 to $1,000 on a phone. We should be allowed to look at swearies. I don't need a nanny phone. Thank you. Now, what would make the most sense, of course, is there should be a little toggle. During that little pop-up where it says this is an age-restricted Discord server, there should be a little toggle that says, are you okay with seeing adult content? Are you okay with the fuck word? Yes or no? And if you say yes, then you should be allowed in the server. That's not what happens. Now, that being said, some of you freaks are a little too dramatic about the whole fucking thing because there is a workaround. You are still able to use your Discord app with the DV Discord server. You just have to allow it first, and you have to do it through the web interface. Some of you might not know that, but in addition to apps, you can access all your Discords right on the web over there at discord.com. You log in using your username and password, and you'll see all the Discords you belong to. By the way, and this works on iPhones too. Just open up your stupid Safari browser, type discord.com/login, log in, and then at the bottom near your name, there's that little gear icon for settings. You click on that, then you click on privacy and security, and then there's this little button that says allow access to age-restricted servers on iOS. And you just click that little toggle switch, bing, bang, boom. You can now use your fucking Discord iOS app once again. Again, I want to stress, I did not change any settings. This is just something Discord came up with Apple. It's one of the issues. I hate using third-party services for anything. And this is why. We're beholden to all of their rules, which can change at any fucking given moment. It's one of the reasons why I strongly believe I'm never going to change the Sideshow site as the main way to gain access to exclusive content. I like being in control of all of that. I love the fact that, there's an easy way to do it now. If you're Spotify listeners, you can sign up for Sideshow Access right in Spotify or Apple Podcast. I mention that all the time now when I'm plugging the Sideshow, but I'm not an idiot. I'm giving up some control when I do that. And if Apple or Spotify decides one day, you know what, I think we're only going to feature G-rated podcasts. That's the only ones we want on our service. We realize that's where the money's at. Content entire families can listen to, kids and parents alike. We're going to just focus on that and kick everyone else off. Though, I'm kind of fucked there. So it's important that we keep some options available where I'm in total control. In the coming days, I will have instructions on the website, if you do happen to use iPhone, how to get around that whole iOS age restriction thing in the Discord. Until then, please don't message me saying, well, you just lost yourself a Discord user. You made this too difficult for me. Well, I'm sorry. I have no control. Get an Android phone. That's my suggestion for you. All right, let's get into the actual meat and potatoes of this bitch. I want you guys to think about something you're passionate about or your hobbies. Maybe you enjoy swimming, playing tennis, collecting Funko Pops. Now, tell me how much of a fucking psychopath you would have to be to not only practice and enjoy this hobby, as lame as it may be, but also, only listen to Funko Pop related music, jam out to Funko Wave. Why does that have to be part of your core being? I get that feeling a lot with Christians. There are some normal ones, I think. But the problem Christians are the ones who have their radio tuned in to the Christian station. They've got the Christian radio bumper sticker. It's all a bit much. Now imagine you are alive in the 1960s. Gospel music back then was on a whole nother level. 90% of it had to do with cripples. Oh my God, Christian singers loved to sing about the mentally and physically disabled. I have a few selections here proving my point, and we're going to start with Richard Patterson. Always looking on the bright side of life, or in this case, the afterlife. He sings a song called I Won't Need a Wheelchair in Heaven, which I don't know if the Bible explicitly says something like that. There's a good chance, God made you perfect the way you are. And if he wants you crippled, if he wants you in a wheelchair up in heaven, you're going to be in a wheelchair. There's a good chance, though, that Jesus won't leave you in the lurch. I'm guessing heaven's going to be pretty wheelchair accessible.
No cripple in her knees, she'd often say to me, there'll be a change when I get home up there.
Again, you don't know that for sure. Just because some people have working legs doesn't mean that you were meant to. We just don't know God's plan.
I won't need a wheelchair in glory when I walk with him on streets of gold.
Every single gospel song I have for you today sounds exactly like this. That was Richard Patterson. I've got another dick for you. This is Richard Miller, who has no arms and no legs. He still manages to play the piano, though, I think with his elbows. And here's the real kicker for all you single freaks out there. He was married. He found himself a wife with no legs and no arms. How does he even get to someplace where he can find a wife, right? I wouldn't even be able to get out of bed. I'd just be rolling around in a circle all day until I die, right? Here is Richard and Gail Miller with a crippled boy's prayer to a God of love.
A little boy sat all alone in a wheelchair,
Jesus.
watching the other children run and play.
It was you. We all know the song's about you.
On his face I saw a look far and distant, and with a trembling voice I heard the little boy say, Jesus said you must be born again to enter heaven.
I'd be like, wait, hold on a second. You made me crippled, right? I can't walk. I can't wipe my ass. If a bug lands on my nose, I can't like scratch it if I have an itch. My life is constant fucking misery, and you're still going on about this born again bullshit? I shouldn't have to do anything. I should get a free pass. You want me to be baptized? That's an instant drowning. I've got no arms or legs. I'm gonna just sink. What sort of monster would ask this of me? Also, I would love to pray to you, God. I really would. But I can't put my hands together because I don't have any. You're gonna just have to cut me some slack here, God.
The straight
I get into heaven free. No questions asked.
and narrow.
And also, I'm gonna be a total dick here on Earth. I'm just gonna set people's cars on fire. Don't ask me how. I'll use matches with my feet or something. I'm also gonna drink, do drugs, and get myself some prostitutes. And you're not going to say a damn thing. You're just going to open those pearly gates for me when my time comes. And it can't come soon enough.
But will I be a crippled boy in heaven?
That is the big question, right?
Will my wings refuse to sail through the air?
Oh, that would be a real dick move. Not only are you still in a wheelchair when you get up in heaven, but the wings you're given are defective. God gives you gimped up wings. Well, it matches the rest of your body. It just goes together. Visually, it makes sense.
Lord, I know the way I am is for a reason.
Yeah.
But will I be a crippled boy up there?
It blows my mind that people actually purchased these records and listened to them in their houses for enjoyment. I mean, talk about religious fruitcakes, right? And then here's poor Richard Miller, who was born all twisted and gnarled up. And he had to have both of his arms and both of his legs amputated at a young age. It's all he could think about, even when he started singing gospel. All of his songs were about being handicapped. He couldn't get this stuff out of his mind. The only thing he could find solace in was the fact that once he dies, yes, he is obviously going to make it up to heaven. That being said, what happened to poor Richard Miller? He was murdered! Viciously and brutally. You'd think it would be one of those stories where, Richard died peacefully in his sleep. No, God let him live into his 70s as a handicapped person. Every day a struggle. Then, in 2017, outside of his apartment, his throat was slit. He couldn't run and get help, nor could he press anything up against his throat to help stop with the bleeding on account of not having hands. One last fuck you from the universe. The obituary says Miller had previously been a performing musician. He was a scooter-bound quadruple amputee and lived in an apartment in New Mexico. Once he laughingly said he considered himself to be a white Mexican. Maybe a Mexican did not take kindly to that statement and promptly slit his throat. I mean, what type of criminal would do that to a quadruple amputee? It's not even a challenge. By the way, that last song I played was such a hit in the gospel world. It's been remade so many times. Here is Jerry D. Brown's version.
Will I be a crippled boy in heaven? Will my wings refuse to sail?
And here is the Redeemed Gospel Singers.
But will I be a crippled boy in heaven?
Meanwhile, the Fuller Family Singers try to pull a fast one over on us. They have a song titled A Little Crippled Girl's Prayer. I think they're just trying to get out of paying royalties or something. No, this is an original song.
A little girl sat all alone in a wheelchair.
It's literally the same song, except it's a girl. It's funny because that one starts out with a guy singing. He's like, I saw a little girl in a wheelchair, right? And then you hear the little girl's prayer, and it's the little girl singing, and whoo, boy, that voice.
They say you must be born again to enter heaven.
Yeah.
Walk the straight.
I feel like I'm in hell right now.
Will I be a
The Handicap were hot in the 1960s. So yeah, there were a lot of versions of the crippled boy or girl prayer, but there were other songs as well, including this spoken track titled The Little Crippled Boy.
With heavy heart and tear-stained eyes, I turned to thee, but I could still hear that little boy say, now, Lord, you know I'm just a little crippled boy. I'll be this way for life, I've been told. You know, it seems almost like a waste of time, 'cause you know I'm only 8 years old. I try hard each day, Lord, to do what Mom and Daddy say, but it seems no matter where I get, I'm always in somebody's way.
Mommy's always yelling at me for tracking in mud on my wheelchair wheels. That would be the title of my gospel track. Mud on my wheelchair wheels. It's hard to see what's on the ground when I'm rolling around in my wheelchair. Sometimes I roll over dog shit, and that sure does make Mommy sore. But when she's maddest at me and she can't help but yell, I turn my chair around and say, Mama, in the softest voice possible, that must be real hard for you. Me getting dirt on the linoleum floor. That's gotta take what, like 10 seconds in a damp rag to clean up? Oh, infinitely less time and effort than the lifetime I have to spend in this rolling prison of despair. No. Go on and tell me how much work I made for you by just existing, Mama. Maybe I'll just throw myself off this chair, and from now on, I'll use my arms, and I'll crawl around so I can be closer to the ground, and I can see the mud and dog excrement. Is that better for you? Huh, Mama? Now I'm eye level with feces, taking in the sights and smells. By the way, here's an idea. You don't want dog shit on my wheelchair wheels? Why not pick up your dog's poop rather than leave it in the yard? Why is this a me problem, Mama? It's almost like you don't have legs, which is an issue I am intimately familiar with. Oh, I can't wait until the day I die and I'm up in heaven. You better believe I'm gonna tell Jesus what a right cunt my mother has been. Don't expect to see me up in heaven, because you're going to rot in hell, bitch. I don't care if you go to church, and you tithe, and you pray real hard. Who do you think God's gonna believe? You over me? I don't think so. I'm a little cripple boy, and you're hellbound. All right, maybe we should move on from cripple gospel music. Honestly, I don't think the devout Christian of today listens to worship music like this anymore, but they do get their fill of the Holy Spirit on TikTok. One of the loudest of these voices lately has been Ryan Foley, someone we've featured on the podcast a few times. He posts videos of himself giving little sermons in his car. He's also busted in on high schools and preached in the cafeteria. He also does protests like at Target and stuff. Even though he loves to preach, he does slip up from time to time.
When I was 18 years old, I had a Snapchat that I Snapchatted younger girls on because I got off to flirting with younger girls in a sexual way. Shortly after that, I began watching and going on a Grindr to hook up with transgenders because I got off to these things. I hired prostitutes that were transgenders. I had sex with many women. I used to watch murder porn, and when I was having sex with my wife, who I falsely married ourselves to justify sex, because I had watched pornography of strangulation and murder, I used to, in my mind, close my eyes and think about killing her while I was having sex with her and get off to these things. I tell you these things because time is running out, and I don't care if I'm perceived as a pedophile, homosexual, murderer.
Well, you just confessed to all of those things. So yeah, that's exactly what we think of you. In other videos, he talks about how he slipped up and started watching trans porn again. This is an ongoing battle he's dealing with. What's interesting, though, is he keeps putting himself in these positions where temptations may arise. Like, here he is in a parking lot of a park, which is a known gay cruising spot. He just decided to film there for convenience reasons. He was nearby. He just got done sucking someone off.
I was about to film a TikTok, and a legit demon pulled up on me.
Hey, bro, you asked me if I want to suck you off?
You know who you need is Jesus Christ, bro, and you need to repent. No, I'm serious, man. You don't just pull up on someone and say, do you want to suck me off? You need Jesus Christ, and if you don't repent, you'll go to hell.
Is this you, bro?
For years upon years, I was watching transgender porn, femboy porn.
What's interesting is a transgender OnlyFans performer screenshotted some money that was sent to her from Ryan Foley. Yeah, he subscribed to her content, $10 whole. This was back in October. So not years ago, it was months ago. He's kind of leading a double life here. He was recently at a gay pride event. I guess I need to specify, as a protester. He's there for business, not pleasure. Although, maybe both. You know, back at the hotel room, he was loading up Grindr. Anyway, at the actual parade, he tries to block people from parading down the street. It's kind of hard to hear what's going on here.
I will not stand for this. I will not stand.
Dwayne, don't do
That's him screaming, "I will not stand for this." Now, one of the guys has a sign that's hung from a wooden pole. And so there's like the wooden pole on top, and then there's the banner that goes down. What Ryan might not be able to see is the guy who's holding that is actually pushing it. He's pushing it because it's attached to his little mobility scooter or wheelchair. Yeah, the guy's disabled, and that's who Ryan is pushing up against.
But will I be a crippled boy in heaven?
That's the real question here. By the way, it's not a mobility scooter, it's a walker. So this guy's standing up and pushing his walker with wheels on it. That's who Ryan knocks down.
Are you okay?
Somebody record this. Record these people so we can get them.
You circumcise their hearts, Lord. You circumcise fears in this place.
There's Ryan talking about circumcising their hearts.
You assaulted him! Man, on a thing! You insulted him!
Blood on the cross.
You should be arrested! You should be arrested for abuse! Elder abuse! I call elder abuse on you! You knocked him down!
Ryan looks kind of flustered here. The woman is a bit out of control. First of all, the guy he knocked down is fine. Second of all, I'd be taken back too if this woman was screaming at me, saying stuff like, "I call elder abuse on you." Like, who the fuck talks like that?
I call elder abuse on you.
First of all, it's only elder abuse if he knocked the dude over because he was old. You know, because he was elderly, which is not the case here. Ryan knocked this old guy over because he was gay, and there's no law against that. Actually, if I were Ryan and police came to question me, I'd be like, this can't be a hate crime. I blow trannies. No. Look at my Grindr. Here's some extensive chat logs of me horned up looking for femboy action. It's all a big misunderstanding. All right, well, there's your Ryan Foley update. One more short clip, and then we will get into the news. Something tells me the two ladies featured in this video have some sort of beef going on.
Got no loss.
Monique, I'm not finna play with you.
Don't care. Got no loss.
As if the sound wasn't obvious enough, Monique has taken a hammer to most of this woman's windows. And it's like she's standing on the porch. And
her name Monique Butler.
All right. I don't know how this woman has done Monique wrong. But she is pissed. She's filming right next to her. Monique, it's weird because Monique will destroy the lady's house, but she won't actually hit her with the hammer.
Now you can get some sleep.
Oh, you dropped some blood.
It's cool.
Yeah, Monique is bleeding all over the place.
Hey, I ain't doing no tripping. You still gonna have me on your camera? What you gonna do?
Call the cops, maybe?
That's it, Monique.
You gonna do shit?
No, I ain't got
you got me on your camera.
Ain't got time. Ain't got time.
Well, the lady wisely decides to go back into her house as Monique continues busting shit up.
What in the world?
Now you're asking what in the world? I have a feeling this is a rental. That's why she's not so concerned with her property. Monique, do you have any last words?
Start from scratch.
Oh. Again, I have very little backstory, so I don't know if these two are lovers or if this woman stole Monique's boyfriend. I don't know what the beef's over.
You can get in my real name. They ain't gonna never take me to jail. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You already know they already came here. I don't give a fuck. You better keep closing that bitch ass door, cause I...
Well, now you're trying to just break into her house. She's hammering through the front door. You might be going to jail. Yeah, this is all filmed. Bitch. Bonk. Another reason I don't think this lady is too concerned, her house is very sparsely decorated. It's mostly dirty clothes on the floor. She doesn't really have a bed. It's just a mattress on the floor. So when Monique was knocking out the windows, destroying the place, saying, now you can start over, he doesn't have that far to go, really. The worst thing that could possibly happen is one of those shards of glass is going to pierce through the air mattress on the floor, and she'll have to buy, another one of those. So this video is titled Hood News Peep Exclusive. Her words, not mine. Oh, she's still out there. Screaming about kids? Kids and men? Oh, did she say fucking her man? Is that what she said? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Hey, when Hood News breaks, you hear about it here first. Hood News, ratchet exclusives, one-on-one interviews with dusty-ass hoes. For real, Distorted View Daily ain't playing. We ax all the right questions to get to the bottom of this bitch. We straight, no clowning. I don't know if I used half of those words correctly. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist of the fucked up news right now. Speaking of not using words correctly, the gays are the worst when it comes to just inventing new words and expecting everyone to instantly know what they mean. I could barely tell you what slay means. I think that word was popular in 2008, and then fierce. I think fierce was before that. Those you could sort of piece together what it means. Fear, that's fierce. That sounds like something good. Nowadays, check this shit out. This is a gay interviewing another gay.
What is your favorite gay slang right now? Padam. Padam? Do you know what padam is? No.
It's not a word. This is made up. What padam? If someone on the street asked me what a padam was, I would think it was some sort of baking term. It's a type of French cookie or something. Like a chocolate padam. Well, that sounds delicious, doesn't it? I could go for some padams. Padams are not cookies, though. Now, as you heard from the gay interviewer here, he doesn't know what padam means either.
Padam? Do you know what padam is? No. What is it? Kylie Minogue, duh. What does it mean?
Dude, he asked you what it meant, and you just answer cryptically. Kylie Minogue. Padam is Kylie Minogue. Okay. Next question, who the fuck is Kylie Minogue? Is that a French cookie? I'm really in the mood for sweets today. Minogue kind of sounds like meringue. I'll have a lemon Minogue pie. It sounds right. And that gay little duh at the end. Kylie Minogue, duh. Okay, so Padam is a song sung by Kylie Minogue, but that's not what the gays have turned Padam into.
Padam is? No, what is it? Kylie Minogue, duh. What does it mean? Are you kidding me?
As someone pointed out in the comments, Padam entered our vernacular 2 weeks ago. That's when it became a thing. Some gay decided. And the second he decided that Padam meant something, if you don't know what Padam is, you're an idiot. You're dumb. What? You don't know what Padam is? Duh. Gross. What? Are you even gay? I don't get the fucking newsletter, I guess. I mean, where is this information shared? The same place they share needles when they're doing their little fucking booty bumps or whatever? Is that what gays are into? Crystal meth loosens up the butthole. Anyway, so I looked up Padam. What does Padam mean? All right, so it's a Kylie Minogue song, and in Kylie's own words, the reason she made up this word Padam is because it sounds like a heart beating. Padam, Padam. Again, that's not how the gays use it.
It's gonna go crazy because you don't know. It's the biggest song out right now. So how do you use it in a sentence? People are like, what are you doing tonight? And I go, Padam. Padam, Padam. It means being gay and having a great time. Honestly, this conversation is Padam.
No, you're not using it correctly because whatever is happening here is not padam. It's the exact opposite of padam. It's madap, which is the sound your butthole makes when I violently pull out my fist. Madap. Well, there you go. You know, the gays love Kylie Madame. Kylie Minogue. Here's a little bit of padam. Did you say I get the shitters? I get the shitters when I look at you. She's not pronouncing a V there. It's not shivers. It's shitters. Oh, Jesus. All right. You know what? I'm getting sidetracked once again. What am I supposed to be doing here? Oh, yes. Plugging the Sideshow. That's our member site where every week I produce brand new exclusive shows just for paying freaks, typically on Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah, 2 times a week. Go to superfreaksideshow.com right now. Memberships are very inexpensive, only $6.99 a month. It really does help out the program, helps ensure that it continues on for a long, long time. Most importantly, though, you get all sorts of new great DV content, including the episode I have planned for you tomorrow. Sign up right now so you don't miss a thing. Superfreaksideshow.com. All major credit cards and PayPal accepted. For an even easier way to gain Sideshow access, if you happen to use Spotify or Apple Podcasts to listen, you can sign up right in those apps. If you go that route, in your feed, you'll see all of the new exclusive shows alongside the free episodes. It's super easy. Just a few taps and you're in. Check out DistortedView.com and SuperFreakSideshow.com for more information on how to sign up. Once again, thank you so much to all of my Sideshow members. You are the reason I'm able to continue doing this show. Well, you guys with an assist from our patrons. I also have a Patreon account, patreon.com/DistortedView. Just another way to help support DV. You can pledge as little as $1 over there. Every little bit helps. If you pledge at least $5 a month, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. Again, patreon.com/DistortedView. Thank you to everyone who's continuing to support DV as we inch ever closer to our 20th anniversary. Mind-blowing, isn't it? It's mind-blowing that I'm still here. Forget about the show. I'm just glad I'm alive. Things were dicey there for a while. All right, 3 very quick stories now. First up, if you've ever seen someone out in a park or in their yard messing around with drones and you wondered, what the fuck is the appeal in that? It's a grown man playing with a controller, pressing up and down, making a little toy helicopter move, basically. It's a modern-day radio-controlled airplane dork. Well, this next story might change your tune. And by the way, I ordered a drone off of Temu. You know, that shitty Chinese shopping app? I got a drone for $2. I shit you not. It was like a deal for being, for signing up and using the app for the first time. The drone itself came in and it's pretty cool. I think I talked about this on the show that I was ordering this thing. Well, it came in and it's in a nice little case. It's not huge or anything. It's pretty small. And it even has a camera on it. I'm a big dork, like a technology dork. So I've been interested in drones for a while, but I never actually purchased one. They're expensive. I'm so glad I didn't spend more than $2 on this thing. I can confidently tell you I am not a drone guy. It was frustrating to fly and ultimately fucking pointless. I spent more time chasing after the damn thing because it got caught in a bush or a tree or it fell than I did actually flying it. Now, again, this may be in part because it was a $2 drone, but what's so great is that it satiated my need, right? Like, I've been looking at drones and been thinking about them and wanting them. I got this $2 drone, and now I know I don't want any more of that. I will waste my time and money on other endeavors. Again, after reading this story, though, I'm starting to think that drones can be useful. A convicted sex offender is facing... Oh, yeah, drones can be really good for sex offenders. Imagine, you're a convicted sex offender. Like, you just did some heinous stuff. So you're under house arrest. How the fuck are you going to be able to look up little girls' skirts now? Boy, are you in a pickle. Not if you had a drone. A convicted sex offender is facing a video voyeurism charge after he allegedly flew a drone to peer into the bathroom window of a female neighbor. Ta-da! Investigators say Stephanie Marola, 32, was preparing to take a shower in her Cranston residence on Wednesday evening when she heard a buzzing sound. Yeah, that's the one problem with those drones. They're very loud. The technology is just about there. They just need to be able to be a little less conspicuous. Yeah, that noise is going to give it away that there's a drone nearby. So yeah, she was preparing to take a shower. She heard the buzzing noise outside of her bathroom window. When Marola went outside to investigate, cops say she spotted a drone hovering near the window. As she approached the drone, it began to fly away. But then it struck a tree branch. See, that happens all the time. That's why I fitted my propellers with blades. That way it just cuts those little tree branches right off before it gets caught in there. What could possibly go wrong? I've thought of everything. All right, so yes, it got caught in a tree branch, fell to the ground. Marola then grabbed the drone and dunked it in her pool, disabling the quadcopter's electronics. Marola, who lives with her 3-year-old daughter, called 911 and reported the remote peeping Tom attempt. A subsequent police investigation resulted in the arrest of Christopher Jones, 49, whose home, where he lives with his 72-year-old mother, abuts Marola's property. While cops did not reveal how the defendant was linked to the drone, they say that Jones admitted that he was the operator. Jones was arrested Friday night on a felony video voyeurism charge and subsequently released. Cops said Jones is a convicted sex offender, but that his requirement to register with state officials expired in 2015. I guess he's experiencing a little FOMO now. He wants to get back on that list. He's working hard to do it. All right, second story we have for you today. Men, have you ever wondered how pretty your penis was? I mean, really, if you ask your partner, they're going to go easy on you. It's cute. I don't think that's something guys want to hear, right? Cute things are like non-threatening and small, like bunny rabbits. You don't want a bunny rabbit cock. Partners will also lie to you like, no, your dick is big. It's big enough for me. Sometimes you just want to hear the truth. And if that's the case, well, you're going to have to shell out $50. $50 for a 3-page professional evaluation on your penis. And here I am blowing all my cash on those stupid genealogy reports. I should have spent it on a dick evaluation. That at least would make good content for the show. I could probably turn this into a tax write-off. I might end up getting a dick evaluation yet. Men are paying £50. Oh, okay, so it's a little more than $50. It's like 63 or 64 bucks. They're paying about 64 bucks for a 3-page professional evaluation on their penis. Website Aaronite doesn't hold back to spare anyone's feelings, advertising their service as a well-funded and honest evaluation, which can also be tough at times. There's a 5-member jury that evaluates a man's lower region based on 8 criteria. Thickness, length, double, shape. I don't even know what they'd be looking for there. I mean, I've got a dick-shaped dick. It's not as if my penis looks like it's a half-used tube of toothpaste, like all flat at the base and then plumper towards the front because I've been squeezing it. So, okay, shape, I think I have a good shaped penis, okay. Veins, like what's a good thing to have vein-wise on a penis? I don't think veins are particularly attractive. However, a big, fat, veiny hog kind of makes your dick seem powerful. Aesthetics, again, very vague. Glands, pubic hair, and testicles. I don't think they should be judging pubic hair. That's not your dick. Second of all, pubic hair is very subjective. Some people look great in full bush. Some people need a more manicured upper pubic area. The final category is testicles. Okay, I guess that's technically part of the dick, the whole package there. A participant will receive a 3-page certificate costing about $64 with the option to add a seal for an extra €20. Like a picture of a seal? What a fun little strange addition. If you want to have your penis evaluated and you're a fan of aquatic wildlife, go for that option. It's only €20 extra. I don't know. They mean seal. Maybe sealed as in verified to not have been seen by anyone else or something? I don't know. Those seeking an evaluation must send in their best pictures as well as a self-assessment. Afterwards, the graphic images are all deleted for privacy reasons. Sure. The jury is headed by Aaronite's editor-in-chief Mario Meyer, 47. Of course, a guy. The other members, they're all gay dudes. I know it. This is a scam. You just want to see dudes' penises. I've thought of this years ago. Every gay man has. I'm going to start a dick evaluation company. I'm going to trick men into sending me their cocks, and they're going to give me money. All right. The other members are 2 authors, a psychologist, and a dominatrix. Meyer estimates he has examined around 2,500 dicks at porn castings, so he's very experienced in what to look for and knows what others find desirable. I'm sorry, you've seen too many porn dicks. Your view is tainted, dare I say distorted. He said, when I see genitals, it's nothing special for me. Really? I want someone who thinks all dicks are special, like snowflakes. He said they're like elbows or ankles, just a part of the body. Meyer adds that most men are overconfident in how they believe their appearance looks. I think they're hoping for a good rating. You can often see that in self-assessment. It's almost never realistic. Most of them absolutely overestimate themselves. The team have evaluated the private parts of more than 150 men so far, the majority of whom have wanted their certificate. Excerpts from anonymous ratings include advice to, quote, shave yourself and make it look more presentable. It's a mess down there. It looks like it would smell. Oh, my God. I don't know if I'm ready to hear what they have to say about my dick. By the way, if any of you freaks would like your genitals evaluated by me, I'd be happy to. Just send it along. Male, female, alike, whatever. I will give you an honest assessment in my own opinion. I promise not to show it to any freaks, but I will talk about it in graphic detail. All right, final story we have for you. We just discussed the business of rating penises. Now here's a service that assesses what comes out of your dick. And they've got the perfect celebrity to help sell this thing. Maury Povich is releasing a new at-home paternity test called The Results Are In. The former Maury host, 84, is partnering with DNA Diagnostics Center, the same DNA testing lab that his daytime talk show relied on to settle guests' paternity disputes. During those often explosive segments, Maury would utter his famous catchphrase, "The results are in," before revealing a child's paternity. The company said in its release that its new paternity tests aim to provide families with affordable, accurate, and reliable paternity testing from the comfort of their homes. The release explained that the test will allow users to collect and submit their own DNA samples, gross, without the need for assistance. I wonder if you can pay extra for assistance, if you know what I mean. Hand job. I'm talking about a hand job. I think guys can pretty much handle it on their own. They don't need a medical professional to help them. It guaranteed that the test results would be available in up to 2 days and would be 99.99% accurate. Maury said, quote, "I've seen firsthand how DNA testing can change lives and bring families together." Okay. It's almost like you've never even seen your own show, Maury. Let me refresh your memory.
Daddy need to be a daddy and raise his kids. You know what? When Maury say, "You are the father," hey, can I get my child support?
If this is your child, you'll stand up to your responsibilities, right?
Because you know what? I'm taking that paper straight down to Family and Children's Service. I need my child support.
My, she sounds pretty confident.
In the case of 3-year-old Jeremiah William, you are not.
You still gonna take the paper down there?
I like it.
You still gonna take the paper down there?
No, man.
Another family brought together by Maury. Maury goes on to say in his little statement here, "We're making it easier and more affordable than ever before for people to get the answers they need." I couldn't find the Maury branded DNA home paternity tests online yet, but according to DNA, Diagnostic Center's website, the current home paternity tests that they sell are about $199 a pop. So it's probably going to cost around there. For the record, you don't have to sperm into a cup or anything. I was just kidding. They use the, a cheek swab, so it's very non-invasive. All right, there you go. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Monday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Love to hear from you, freaks, and there are many ways to contact the show. Show at DistortedView.com. I'm all over social media at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/DistortedViewShow. Let's see what some of you freaks are up to. We've got some... Unicorn Hamster called in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a row. That's not going to happen. Let's start with a different caller.
Hi, Tim. It's Stacy in D.C. I was just listening to you on the sideshow for Horny for Bread, and you were saying about the woman who's sniffing Slim Jim's Miss Meat Stick, or I don't know what the hell her name is, but you were mentioning how you don't want to listen to her anymore. She's too scripted. And I thought, because anytime you listen to some kind of U-Tard or something and you really love them, they're very unscripted. And so you remind me of someone who likes amateur stuff. They're like, oh, I don't want any of that, scripted porn.
Oh, that's absolutely me. 100%.
You're like
I go out of my way.
Amateur lover.
You are.
But only when it comes to...
I hate that studio porn.
To idiots and weird videos.
Yep.
Just a thought.
Boy, you have me pegged. Pegging. I'm also into that. Good call. Good read on Timmy Boo.
Hey, I called like a week ago in reference to a message I left yet another week ago where I mentioned Lady Cat Lady and emotional vampires. And so, fuck you. I was not speaking ill of the dead. I was saying that the person who called her one got it wrong and that I didn't find her annoying.
Okay, so for the record, you do not find love. Well, you did not. You are not the father. You did not find Love Lady Cat Lady to be annoying.
So there.
Okay. Well, she will now not haunt you.
Unrelated. I sent you an email about a stupid sound clip I wanted you to hear/play. It's a mix of two of your other featured clips. God, I can't remember what they're called. Just play it, see if you like it. If you like it, play it on the air.
Well stated.
Or that was the email would be from Patreon person Wesley. I don't think there's any other Wesley, so I'll just give my first name, Wesley.
All right, let me see if I can find it real quick. Wesley. Some people pronounce it Wesley. Wesley or Wesley. Mr. Belvedere would pronounce him Wesley. Right, that's how he said it on the show. I've only ever known two Wesleys, and one was Wesley Crusher on Star Trek, and the other was Wesley from Mr. Belvedere. All right, I managed to track down the video, or I'm sorry, the audio clip here. Okay, so wait a second. We got Chris Chan screaming for Julie.
Julie! Oh, yeah! Oh, God! Ready to go! Julie! Oh, yeah! Julie! Oh, Julie!
They're both giving off similar energy there, huh? Today, the part of Bill will be played by Chris Chan. Julie will be played by the Screaming Bill Lady. There's only a few seconds left on this.
Oh, God, now! Julie!
Oh, gross. Well, thank you very much for the mashup. I did enjoy that. I'm just going to play Unicorn Hamster's most recent voicemail.
Hi, Tim. Hi, freaks. It's Unicorn Hamster checking in.
You sick, Boo?
You know what? Fuck it. I just wanted to call and ask the freaks. I wanted to ask you, is there any good fucking movies from the 2020 and on?
No.
That is good, is decent, is good. Like horror, not really family. I already kind of have a good... I would say a Disney movie, but I don't know. I think everything is garbage now. I don't like to complain, but...
A lot of people like that, the new Top Gun movie. I haven't seen that yet. But, yeah, there's, like, very few really good movies that have been out the past few years. Do what I do. Just watch Too Hot to Handle on Netflix.
Every movie, a lot of it's garbage.
Yeah.
Since 2020 on. any free
pandemic really fucked shit up, huh?
You, Timmy Boo, I know you used to go to the movies. I don't think you go to the movies anymore.
I really don't. I stopped spending money on the movies. And that was like before the pandemic. So I'm not going to blame the pandemic on that one.
I'm trying to figure out this decade after 2020. Is there any good stuff out there?
Nothing is good. Nothing good has happened since 2020.
Is there any good, not fucking remakes, but original
all right. Give Unicorn Hamster your recommendations. I mean, I guess you can call into the voicemail line if you want, or, track him down in the Discord or something. I don't even know if he's in the Discord. I would prefer that it happens away from the actual podcast, though, if at all possible. Thank you. That is all the time we have on this edition of the show. Why don't you guys email me? show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-66. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
And I don't care if I'm perceived as a pedophile, homosexual, murderer.
Spread the distortion. STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Remember, tomorrow's show is going to be Sideshow exclusive. If you want to hear it, you got to sign up. Superfreaksideshow.com. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
More creamy shit everywhere. Yeah, look at all that beautiful creamy shit coming out.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.